Not a bad try, but
Philip, you require
Philip is going to have a look at double 16 after hitting the bullseye himself on approach. Still got some room left to the bottom end.
No
and
score.
Can't quite find it.
Kevin, you require 40. Game
That's a nice find.
Kevin Blomme.
First leg in 16 darts, and I'm not really sure why he's apologising. But it is advised when your opponent is on a finish, and the finish is still on for Philip, who narrowly misses out on that second treble 19.
130.
Kevin Painter himself
100.
lost in the final in 2002 to Lloydie, who won it 3 times on the spin.
Probably one of the reasons why he was world number 1.
36.
And the following 3 years, after he
16.
won it 3 times on the spin, Terry Jenkins won it 3 times the spin, beat me en route.
Can he find double 8? Oh, that's a lovely little flick on, isn't it?
Needed that, just as a bit of a settler pull.
140.
Well, we mentioned Barney a few times, and Blomme has some similarities with Barney. Kevin still a postman, of course, and that was Raymond Van Barneveld's former profession.
What did Sid Waddell say about Raymond Van Barneveld once? Said he's that good at darts, he could probably throw the letters through the letterbox. Double top for Philip.
And
that is really good. A 13 darter, and showing us why maybe he won the Malta Masters. I think his debut may be over because Blomme has had another wide on tops, and he goes for double 16 again.
8.
And this is an unexpected chance.
Technique?
It has to be, because let's face it, he missed double top by a good inch left, then a good inch right.
He's trying to overcompensate, possibly.
54. Kevin, you require.
We see that a lot on big numbers, don't we? They'll then compensate too much the other way.
Game shot.
The compensation for Kevin Blomme is that he's got his first 2 points in his first game here at the Motor Super Series.
Peter, welcome to the Super Series. How much are you looking forward to this week?
Looking forward to it. It's been a long time in the making, so try and make the most of it while I'm here.
Seen you do some good stuff on the ADC tour recently. Where's the game at the minute?
It's better than it was. Sort of the last year or so, it's been not very good. So last 6 months, getting there. Not there yet, but we're a little bit better than we was.
What's your goals and expectations this week? Is it a case of taking it one game at a time, or have you got a goal in mind?
Well, everyone wants to win the week, but if you play your best, and hopefully the results will take care of themselves after that. So we'll see how it goes.
So you do some great stuff in your career, but how big an opportunity is this to play at the Super Series?
It's a big week, sort of to reignite things again, get things going again, and hopefully, if we have a good week, it'll sort of kick me on again, yeah. Hopefully it'll be good.
We look forward to watch you play. Pete, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Kist is putting Hudson to the sword a little bit here at the end of round 1 for Monday.
85.
Micro signs of negativity from Peter at the start, and Kist, you're not going to get much emotion from him, that's for sure. He is very much a poker-faced player.
57.
11 years ago now,
Peter,
Paul,
120.
since he won that world title, 2012.
Oh, this is really good.
85.
That was a tremendous effort from Peter.
You require 40.
But Kist could still break him. And he does.
On the second leg, Christian Kist.
Very tidy. And that's what his game is all about. He's not explosive. He's not going to score a lot of 180s. But he is going to pick your pocket with some tidy things like that.
If you're going to win one, make it the biggest one available to him. And that was it. And it was the one that carried the most prize money then, of course, in the video, £100,000.
First leg of the day for Peter Hudson, and it's a very good one as well in 13 darts.
Double 20s, double 12. Oh. There's one of them.
Doesn't matter where you look, it's not in, Peter. It's amazing the little mannerisms that dart players have to try and...
I think that was a bit of self-sarcasm, wasn't it?
I think it was. The whole thing might be gone now as Christian goes for tops, and that is a fabulous start to Group A from the poker face player from the Netherlands, because that average of 94.27.
Oh, this is lovely and soft. And there's the result.
And Gordon Ramsay always says, let the knife do the work. And Philip van Gassen is letting the dart do all the work. Well, that was close.
39.
Too close, and that would have been off-putting because his heart would have been in his mouth for a moment.
Double 16. Is that awkward?
14.
And it proved to be the case.
Martin, you require 40.
Didn't make the required adjustment.
Game shot of the second leg.
Instant
direct.
break back despite the max from Philip.
Require 93.
Trouble 19. Just misses the 42 for 32, so Dracht will be back at 62 for 3-1.
The 25 and bull on that shot is now
53.
unfashionable.
I know.
Martin, you require
Like a pair of flares.
And in short course matches, I'd be using it all the time.
Double 16. For a 3-1 lead. It's far enough away. And he finds the top corner as well.
Direct.
A wonderful shot from Dracht. Third favourite at the start. And he's back downstairs instead of upstairs.
24.
And this is a big ask for Van Gassen.
Yeah, it was certainly my pick away from the obvious being kissed. Well, he's going to put a bit of pressure
93.
on the double 16 for the match.
Martin, you require 32.
1-4-2 in game one. Is that awkward? With the flight in the way.
Game
It wasn't.
shot,
And it's 4-1 to Martin Dracht, who did put in a spurt after losing the first leg of the contest. Not quite.
I wonder if he will have
91.
Etta James playing
Kevin, you require
at last all the way home on his
116.
earpods.
That's a beautiful first start from Kevin. That one is just about in. And that one is as well.
How many times do we see that, Nico, when the big number just about finds the other side of the wire and the tops bangs in?
46.
Only his second double in the match, and the first one he's missed.
Some of the facial expressions we're getting from these players already today
Kevin,
are
you require 40.
gift-worthy. If I'm going to talk like someone from Gen Z. Line was good, just lost the weight.
30.
And finds himself on a somewhat
Peter, you require
horrible-looking double
107.
5. He might not even get a look at it.
Well, now, don't know about Gen Z, but Generation Daft, maybe. The world continues to get
50.
more and more bonkers on a daily
Kevin, you
basis.
require 10.
I remember the days when Kevin Painter had a mullet. They were the days. Weren't they, Kev? Double 5, that's a beautiful dart. Didn't need the markers at all, and it's 2-2. And Kevin does the right thing there. That was not a deliberate ploy from Peter. He just didn't get the dart out of the board pure, so resetting there. Good sign of experience. And look what's happening. Wonderfully done from Painter.
Well, we were talking about timing, Paul. What a time to find your first max.
At the very last opportunity in the game. If you're going to get one, get it then.
Kevin, you
Against the throw.
64.
Wants it badly, you can tell. That's not the end of the world. But is it the end of the match?
24.
It might be,
Peter, you require
but not the result that Kevin was
117.
wishing for. Look at Kevin. What's his expression after this dart? He will not believe his luck. He's stuck in that 180, but Hudson pounces after one missed double for the match for Painter.
Yeah, Barry Van Peer, it's only a matter of time. And I concur, he is in fabulous form right now.
We have been given the players from that Group B campaign
60.
when
Kevin,
Christian was here last.
38.
We had James Hurrell, the England captain. He won the group. And Kevin Blomme has won the first leg of the contest in 12 darts. Doing 138 the old school way. The 1983 way.
And it's caused because of the amount of shoulder that's involved
100.
in it. The momentum of throwing the dart is making the body turn with it.
And then you've got Kist, who pushes the dart through the air and lets that bulbous barrel just carry.
Kevin, you require 36.
He's not known as a stacking player, but he's got a nice knack of doing it both ways, like Terry Jenkins can. And that's another really fine leg from Kevin Blomme. We're starting to see more of what he can deliver here, and he's averaging over 100. If he hits this double, he will be joint top of the table with Martijn Dracht on points and leg difference. And it looks a bit nervy.
6.
Too nervy.
Christian, you require 60.
Thought about the situation rather than thinking about the double. Will Kist step in and make him pay?
50.
Just hasn't been there in the same fashion as the first game against Peter Hudson. Kist, who averaged 94 on that occasion, is now only averaging 80.
Game, shot,
and he has lost the match. Blomme was firmly the better player. His average, however, did tumble over the last couple of legs.
I think with Peter Hudson, sort of know what you're gonna, you know what you're gonna get. Now I don't understand that, Nico. What's the point? You're not going for the 164. The chances are it'll hit a 180, so it'd have.
180.
Just makes no sense.
Well, that illustrates the point perfectly, because with that 180, Hudson is not on a finish. But he found the 164 anyway.
I take it all back. I'm leaving.
58.
Double 18
Peter
will draw him
36.
level with his Dutch opponent. Can't miss this time. Things are getting sticky.
Yeah, that's why the players don't like double 9. And you can see he had 5 darts in this leg to level things up. Seen
28.
Him produce a 164 already.
120.
I think the better dart here is to get the 20 out of the way.
Especially the way they set up.
Sometimes the flight is in the way, and this is really tricky.
100.
It's said flight.
Peter, you require 8.
This is the next door neighbour of double 18, which has cost him leg 4 already on 2 occasions.
Game, John of the
But
fourth
not
leg, Peter Hudson.
that time. Interesting, because there are so many holes and pockets in that grip texture. Thank you for the 180, Peter, because it gives us the zoom and it gives the viewers on YouTube the opportunity to find out what that grip texture's like.
Well, they both got very light grips, and they're both at the back of the barrel.
And they both hit 180s to leave bogey numbers.
It's Hudson with the higher average, 91.18. Maybe all in vain. Ooh, or can he do what he did against Painter?
Peter, you require 100.
Pull one out the fire.
Well, Kevin will be saying right now, well, you did it against me, pal. You didn't do it against him. It looks like Dracht may
38.
get himself over the line here. He's put himself in position after 5 visits with the darts here in leg 7. He only has one more job to complete. And that is the job completed. A fine, fine victory, but ultimately the most important dart of that match was when Peter Hudson did not secure a single 18 for a shot at the ball for the match. Right now, getting ready for the
101.
US Darts Masters.
Yeah, good to see him pick up a title recently as well.
Old school 101.
61. Philip Iroquois,
What a week for
142.
Rob Cross, picking up a Pro Tour. A week later, picks up a Euro Tour. He's going to be dangerous for the rest of the season, is Crossy.
Yeah, he's got everything now, hasn't he?
80. Christian Iroquois,
Big majors,
40.
World Championship, World Series, Floor and Euro Tour. He's got the lot.
Christian Kiss.
And Christian Kist has got the lot so far. Averaging 82 in this contest, and he might not throw another dart. He will now.
May only be 3 more, though, Paul.
34.
Christian might need only the 1 to finish off another display, which is very much like what he did in round 1,
36.
where he averaged 94.
Game, shot,
And guess what he's averaged this time?
Kiss.
Very close to 94.
Something to get that adrenaline and dopamine pumping.
And it's even harder to do that when your opponent is giving you nothing. If you were playing Stevie Johnson from Scotland, he would give you plenty of it.
Yeah.
36.
Good to see him as well, winning another Vault Series. I enjoyed his time down here, I have to say.
Did you see the name Chisnell on that list? And it wasn't Dave Chisnell.
They related?
Gotta be.
Game,
3-0 Blomme.
Blomme.
And this time, no apology. Nice. See what you did there.
I get the odd one in, Nico.
It would have been a great, great endorsement deal for
Yes.
Kevin through the years.
I know.
I can imagine it now. Someone's walking up to Kevin saying, "Are you nuts?"
Kevin Iroquois, 144.
And Kevin just says, "I'm Kevin Painter." Another. A double 12. That is fabulous from Kevin Blomme. And we didn't get the 17 darter to finish things off because the 4th leg was better than that. It was 15 darts.
And I do love that about Simon.
He loves it.
Yeah. He's been playing some really good stuff of late as well.
Yeah.
I
wonder how he's doing with his points ahead of the rule change of 2024. Double 19 for Hudson after
65.
a wonderful, wonderful
Peter Iroquois,
approach shot
38.
and the miss from Van Gassen. Interesting play.
6.
For me, the right play. If it's
Philip
blocked,
Iroquois, 38.
why not just give yourself an opportunity to dart an open double? Double 14. Mensa territory.
On the second leg, Philip Van Hasse.
Wildly missed right and left on that double top bed. How about Peter's shot at tops?
39.
Wildly high.
Yeah, wildly over the top.
35.
This is for a breaker throw and a 3-2 lead.
I didn't see this coming.
No.
19.
And it might not be coming.
Peter Iroquois, 40.
Hudson is hanging on. Shaking his head before he goes for the double. That's an interesting play. Maybe a little bit of reverse psychology there from Hudson, who does take the 5th leg eventually. Peter Hudson might be the winner of this match in the next 2 darts. Double 12.
117.
Safe to say that one wasn't close, but he will come back for double 6.
Yeah, Hudson then beat Magnus Carris 4-3.
I remember that one because he gave it large to the crowd. And
Yeah,
everybody got involved.
It was on the main stage, wasn't it?
It was. Made Magnus feel sick.
Game.
And he's made Philip Van Gassen feel sick as well because that is now 4 defeats for the man from Belgium.
On darts, someone developed something where we can have like a
62.
tracer
Kevin Iroquois,
that traces the arc of the dart and the speed of throw. And
over to you, tech industry. We can't wait to have it.
I know someone who could do it,
93.
Robert.
Marathon, you require
yes.
22.
Now, double 11. That's a nice marker for double 11. That's even better.
No
And
score.
he sandwiches in between the two. He can't believe it. And
Given you
Blomme could
require
take full advantage.
64.
Treble 16 for double 8. 43. Safe is 3. Not a fan of tops, I don't think. So 11. Double 16 gets there eventually.
I think he's a bit perplexed
32.
because he wasn't expecting to leave
Marathon, you require
43.
22.
Almost frightened of making a mistake
Game
and
shot
being
the
out of
second
rhythm.
leg,
Well,
marathon draft.
he has paid the price for that miss at double 16. If he gets 105 or more, he might just be the favourite for the leg.
99.
Now, why
Marathon,
did he
you
go
require
19s there?
125.
Well, I'd be pleased that that's not the ball, actually. Because if it had just found the ball, there was no room at the inn.
105.
Mrs. Tops.
Kevin, you require
Kevin,
102.
102.
Now, double 16.
Game
That
shot
is
the
wonderful.
leg,
And that's why he went for the 19.
Require 164.
So if he doesn't get this, which he won't, it'll be 4 double 16 then, Paul.
56.
If he
Kevin, you
does, he
require
may be my new
36.
hero.
Game
He didn't
shot
need double 16
and
on this
that's
occasion, and it's
Blomme.
Kevin Blomme who remains undefeated. A first loss of the day for Martijn Dracht. He will stay on 6 points, but Kevin Blomme with that average over 90 and decent doubling once again, and that 102 checkout on double 16 in the penultimate leg, that gets him to 8 points.
She just won 10 world
100.
titles more than me, that was all.
Kevin, you require
And about 50 odd
101.
world ranking events.
And this would cheer Kevin up. This would be like a John Walk hat-trick to him. Oh, he's going to be creative. I admire that. I think that was a
61.
really
Christian, you
decent
require
attempt
48.
at that 101, looking for the double-double option. He might pay the price for the miss. It's another one of those bumpers
Game
that he
shot the second
finds.
leg, Christian
He's just
Kiss.
so good at it.
And look at Gervin Price. Look at Luke Humphries.
180.
First max of the match goes to Christian Kist, who's just starting to turn the screw.
And to Kevin, that will feel like someone has poured the mustard on his chips. He doesn't want them anymore.
37.
Which is the hot one, the French one, isn't
Christian, you
it?
require
the best one.
127.
Dijon.
Yep. Not going to go for it.
Game
But does
shot the
anyway.
third leg,
Wow.
Christian Kiss.
Talk about mustard on your chips. That is like putting a kilo of salt and sugar on your
Fourth leg,
chips.
Kevin. Christian, you require
Against Philip. And then
161.
Dract against Kist, and there's something on all of them. We are going to only have one player.
45.
If Kist goes on to complete the job, not to have won a match today. I can honestly say
48.
I didn't
Christian,
expect
you
that,
require
and if it's Kevin Painter, I
116.
certainly didn't expect that.
One more 19. The double top.
Game
And that is
shot
Kevin
and
Painter
a
out of his
match,
misery in
Christian
this
Kiss.
one, because that is a really good, steady display from Christian.
But the vast majority, it'd be interesting to see the numbers crunched and see who's out on top in
96.
terms of
Peter
a running average.
57.
Yeah, I'm one of those crazy people that loves to do all of those stats manually and just admire them as they materialize. That's something I'll be doing straight after today.
137. Kevin, you require
Just because we go off the air
64.
doesn't mean that work stops.
No, not for us.
That's a lovely dart from Kevin. That one's even
Shot on the
better.
first leg, Kevin Blomme.
Somebody is starting to get confidence. You know how I was saying earlier that Philip van Gassen looked like Chris Cooper?
190.
Kevin Blomme, because I watch all sorts of different movies, he reminds me of a character from a movie called Me, Myself and Irene with Jim Carrey. And there's a character in that movie
96.
called Milky.
Yes. Yes. Good work, Nico.
See, that's one for Raymond van Barneveld because he's the biggest fan I know of the old Jim Carrey movies. But we're all a fan of Nine Daughters, aren't we, Peter? Aren't we, Peter?
His last 3 visits to the board, 137 in the back end of last leg.
141.
Back-to-back 180s here. No. Boo. A missed 9-dart attempt was MVG against
43.
Chisnell, and Chisnell missed the 9 in front of him. Missed the 141 for the 9, and Michael wanted 181, didn't he? And he took out 141 just to show him how to do it.
That's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Double 16.
87.
Well, it would be amazing if Hudson was to win this leg from this position.
Darts housery at its finest.
If you've never seen it, find it.
85.
It's such a shame that there were no fans there to watch
16.
that. It was quite incredible. What an incredible day this man is having.
Game
And he's one leg away from the perfect 10. You've got to have some real ferocity in the throw to get that one past.
Or just do what I did against Whitlock many moons ago. Bull, bull.
89.
There is the ball.
Kevin, you're
It might be too late for Hudson.
73.
Yeah, 57 double 8, 1914 tops.
One more dart for a perfect day.
Game. Shot.
Consider the job
And the match,
completed.
Kevin
It doesn't
Blomme.
get any better than that. Peter Hudson can't believe that he's just been bageled. I wonder, and I've seen Kevin's practice room in his former house.
103.
He has not taken the
Philip
bullseye,
Irvine,
but has seen it.
116.
But I'll come back to that point in a second. Because the end of the leg might be imminent.
76.
And that would have been so typical of Kevin's day, that one.
I was just
Kevin,
about to say
you're
that.
25.
That tops goes in, it sums up his day perfectly. Double 4.
Looks like he's telling the darts what to do.
They listened.
Game shot on the first leg, Kevin Painter.
We best say that quietly.
Yeah, well, JP's in that elite list of players that have won world titles
100.
in 3 different venues.
Correct. Tavern, Palace, Lakeside.
Same as Philip Douglas Taylor.
100.
There's another
Kevin,
Philip
you're
here, but this one's in a world of trouble.
Well, look on the bright side, it's not in the treble 20. And it's not in the way of tops either.
Game shot on the third leg, Kevin
See, that's what
Painter.
happens when you look at the glasses half full, Kevin. It's on. Give it a chance.
100.
The only dart you don't want to see there with dart 2 is it being short.
85.
Well, we've not really attacked the treble. Just sort of floated it. Oh, that's a terrible dart. Treble 17. Treble 14 or treble 18. Depending whether you want 10s or double 16.
25. Kevin, you require 56.
I think Kevin just wants to get this done.
Just to end the misery.
It's 2 darts to the left.
Game shot.
And 1 in the
and
heart.
match,
So the
Kevin
artist does
Painter.
finish the day on 2 points. It wasn't, but he was better than his opponent.
75.
For a 2-0 lead then. He's looking to double 12. Oh, back to double 3 then.
69.
It's
Marathon,
not
you
being-
require 160.
Pretty.
Not really. It's been somewhat unconventional so far for Christian.
Well, that's been a bit of a theme. He's needed that second bite of the cherry, which is
45.
why we've seen so many 16, 17, 18 dart legs from him. Not a lot more than that.
Only 1 route left. That was almost the treble.
Game shot on the
He
second
is
leg, Christian
skirting
Kiss.
with danger in this game, but he is 2-0 up. This is a must hit.
70.
It's double 16 this time.
54.
That could be the last dart he throws today.
Christian requires
And after winning his
66.
first 3 games, he might be beaten in his final 2.
42.
But not yet.
Martin, you require 16.
He may even win another game and walk away with 8 points. And if he potentially only 2 darts away from getting the 2 points that he craves, he's already missed 2 darts for the match, remember, at double 12 in the previous leg.
100. Christian, you require 90.
Gets the bull. Gets double
shot,
top.
And the match.
What an exclamation
Christian
point
Kiss.
on what has been an excellent day for Christian Kist. He's not going to finish top of the table, but he is going to feel very good about his efforts